Brought to you by
Makerere Institute for Social Development, a certified institution for higher learning, invites applicants for certificates and diploma courses. MISD or Makerere Institute for Social Development, facilitating your career.
On the 23rd of July 2026, thank you once again for keeping it with us and allowing us into your lunchtime space. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango, and straight away into the bulletin. The Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Right Honorable Justin Kasule Lumumba, has officially launched the updated National Information Security Framework 2026 at 4 Point by Sheraton, Kampala.
National Information Technology Authority Uganda (NITAU), under the Uganda Digital Acceleration Project Government Network, is intended to strengthen cybersecurity governance and improve information security across government institutions. Speaking at the launch, Minister Lumumba said cybersecurity is no longer the responsibility of ICT officers alone, but a national development and security priority. She noted that with more government services being delivered through digital platforms, protecting information systems and citizens' data is critical to maintaining public trust and ensuring manipulated and uninterrupted service delivery.
The framework was developed under the National Information Security Strategy of 2011 to guide the protection of the information and information systems of which our country increasingly depends. His Excellency the President endorsed the framework through Presidential Security Directive number 1 of 2014. Out of the 14 were given, this was number 1, and continues to provide national leadership in securing Uganda's critical information infrastructure. The National Information Security Framework gives government institutions and other organizations a common approach to managing information security risks. It sets out the minimum controls that ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as private sector organizations that operate critical systems, should put in place. However, I wish to emphasize that this framework should not be viewed simply as another government requirement or compliance document.
She urged accounting officers, boards and senior managers to treat cybersecurity as an institutional responsibility and called on ministries, departments and agencies to work closely with NITAU by implementing the framework. NITAU Executive Director Hatib Mugasa said the updated framework reflects today's cyber threat, the landscape, and aligns Uganda with international best practices.
This framework is a guiding policy to be used by the public and private sector. A guiding policy in how technologies should be adopted. It cuts across all structures of government or the private sector. In the human resource structure, a lot of entities or people are responsible in operating and managing IT. So this governing structure is also meant to provide guidelines or guardrails for the people who are operating IT, all the way from the governing bodies or the board of directors.
He added that it provides institutions with practical tools to access cybersecurity maturity and strengthen resilience. The updated framework replaces the 2014 version and reinforces Uganda's commitment to the building of secure, resilient, and trusted digital economy. Ngabo Amon, reporting for Ubc TV.
Now, the Minister of Health, together with representatives from the World Health Organization, have launched the Essential Program on Immunization (EPI) Laboratory, a state-of-the-art facility aimed at strengthening Uganda's capacity to detect, monitor, and respond to polio.
We are here commissioning a facility, a laboratory facility that will help us in the testing and examining samples for polio virus. True, we eradicated polio. We just registered the case of polio here in 1996, and since then we've not had any polio case because of the successful immunization program and the surveillance program that we have all over the country. But of course, the polio virus still saturates, and therefore it becomes important that if you detect any possibility of a polio virus, a sample can be taken and is analyzed here. But besides, this facility will be serving the region up to like 8 countries. So meaning that if there are cases of polio in the neighboring countries, then those samples can be handled in this facility.
Today marks a significant milestone, not only for Uganda's journey towards sustaining polio eradication, but it is also advancing the country's national and also the regional health security agenda. This new molecular laboratory facility is more than a structure filled with equipment. It is a symbol of Uganda's determination to protect its people. It is a beacon of scientific excellence. It is a promise that no child should suffer to wait in fear because answers are delayed.
Republic of Uganda last fall in September, the Aga Khan University campus in Kampala, that will ensure education and training of future healthcare workers, nurses, midwives, etc.
Uganda People's Congress President Jimmy Akena has dismissed claims that he is not the party's legitimate president. Akena's response follows recent allegations by Dennis Adim Enap, who claimed to be the rightful president, and announced that the Patriotic League of Uganda PLU would support him in taking over the party.
Last week, Dennis Adimwenap appealed to the Patriotic League of Uganda for support to oust Jimmy Akena, insisting that he is the legitimate president of UPC. Akena, however, challenged the NAP through the legal party structures, seeking support from a political movement, saying no group should assume the role of the police.
Investigation is done by the police. When the police are satisfied, they come up, they hand over to the next body, which is the DPP chambers, which are not supposed to be directed by anybody or any institution. Now, somebody sitting, I don't know where the office is, in Nakasero, where, giving orders both to the investigators and those who are supposed to judge.
Meanwhile, Maruzi County Member of Parliament in Apak District, Obong Peter Achuda, reaffirmed that all UPC members of Parliament fully recognize and subscribe to the leadership of Jimmy Akena. He says the party will not tolerate individuals who continue to question Akena's legitimacy as the UPC president.
We subscribe to the stamps that were put on our nomination forms from this same floor, under the stewardship of the current leadership. And we believe in the rules of law. The constitution of the Uganda People's Congress is what we believe upon, and it is what we treasure. We want to support and declare that whoever wants to take it from wherever EOC takes it, let it be in line with the party constitution. Let it be in the line that does not contravene the main supremacy of the mother law of this country.
The leaders also criticized Parliament's current priorities, arguing that while the country should be focusing on issues that drive national development, legislators are preoccupied with proposals to amend the law governing who qualifies to become leader of the opposition.
So I want to say that as members of Parliament, we are still waiting for the bill to come out, and we read through and see whether it can pass or not.
If you're saying that the opposition should elect the leader of opposition, then who should elect the Prime Minister? If you want to elect leader of opposition, you should also elect the Prime Minister. But here you're distorting. A lot of what we have is from a parliamentary system, developed systems. We inherited a parliamentary system from Britain.
Concerning LOC1 elections, Akena urged Ugandans to vote for leaders of integrity and good character rather than being influenced by bribery.
And we urge the citizens of Uganda to stand up and participate in this election. I know resources are not available. I know people are put under some pressures. But this is your country. You should not be paid to vote in your own country.
He conveyed his condolences to people of Ajmani district following the passing of General Moses Ali, describing him as a man of character, commitment and action. Winnie Nalusiba reporting for UBC TV.
And over to Karamoja. Food distribution in Karamoja sub-region has been launched at Kotome Primary School in Lodiko sub-county, Kabang district, as a part of the government's intervention to rescue people from hunger and support communities affected by the prolonged dry spell. The Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Dr. John Baptist Loki, urged residents not to sell the relief food, but to use it sparingly.
Food distribution in Karamoja sub-region has been launched in Kotome Primary School in Lodiko sub-county, Kabong district, as part of the government's intervention to rescue people from hunger and support communities affected by crop failure resulting from the prolonged dry spell. It was reported that some people had started losing their lives due to hunger, prompting the government to release 45 billion shillings to procure relief food for the people of Karamoja. The Minister for Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, Sam Engola, officiated at the launch.
That the food problem has been sorted. You can see how big the store is. Going to be enough. Let nobody steal, let nobody sell. 2 months, that's what we have agreed with the government, because rain is soon coming. And then there will be food from the garden, so there will be no problem.
The Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Dr. John Baptist Loki, said the food distribution will be conducted at the parish level, while the elderly and persons with disabilities will receive their food through relatives presenting authorization letters from their LC1 chairpersons.
Be the parish headquarters. So food will be delivered to the parish headquarters, meaning that all the villages of a particular parish will assemble in one distribution center, so that household by households the names will be read and food will be distributed. So this food is going to be for all the households that are vulnerable. So they will all receive this food. And this one, we want to thank the government of Uganda, most especially His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Leaders thanked the government for its swift response to the hunger crisis in the region.
We have approximately 1.3 million kilograms of food supplies, which include
the government to continue to assist us from now up to the coming year, that God can assist us to bring the rain and to cultivate and
thank the government, our President Yoweri Kaguta, for hearing the processes of the people of Uganda, especially Kabong, the irrigation system, so that people can grow their own food.
The State Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Esther Davinia Anyakun, said the food will be distributed across the 9 districts and 2 municipalities in the Karamoja sub-region.
As the people of Karamoja, His Excellency the President, the entire government for having a prompt kind of response for this relief, and we look forward to be able to save more lives in terms of food relief. I want to thank the partners. We're going to meet even tomorrow, the World Food Program, the UNICEF. The UNICEF is taking up the under 5s who are going to be receiving supplementary feeding, and that is a very good thing because we're also fighting the issue of nutrition. And then the World Food Program has brought food for the schools.
Relatedly, the UPDF 3rd Division Commander, Major General Wilberforce Seronkuma, warned leaders against tampering with beneficiaries' data.
Don't tamper with the data, because the food is calculated. My duty is to make sure that everyone who is a beneficiary to get the food.
The food will be distributed according to the 2024 Ubc statistics. A total of 9,419,610 kilograms of maize flour and dry beans will be distributed to 313,987 households in 480 parishes across the 9 districts and 2 municipalities of the Karamoja sub-region. The exercise is being conducted by the Office of the Prime Minister in partnership with the National Enterprise Corporation NEC, the UPDF, Uganda Prison Service, and the Uganda Police Force. I'm Nafka Farida and Moriniga.
Ministries, departments and agencies that fail to demonstrate gender and equality planning in their budgets risk missing out on funding. Director Parliamentary Budget Office Suleiman Kigundu says that although many MDAs indicate gender and equality considerations in their budget framework papers, some focus on intentions rather than realistic costed budget plans.
I was thinking through.
Under the Public Finance Management Act Cap 171, the Equal Opportunities Commission, EOC, is mandated to assess all government MDAs to ensure their planning and budgeting processes comply with gender and equity requirements. The assessment covers key government programs, including agro-industrialization, education, science, technology and innovation, among others.
Because the law made it distinct.
To strengthen the capacity of government planners, the Commission conducted an induction training aimed at improving understanding of gender and equity planning and budgeting.
So when you ask an agency for them, they are still looking onto gender, looking at the man and woman. But we've moved away from that. We are looking at equity issues. So we are lucky that these program secretariats, they have sent in their officials.
The Commissioner for Compliance and Enforcement at the Commission, James Mugisha, said the Commission is working towards ensuring that all government MDAs attain at least a 70% compliance score in gender and equity planning and budgeting so that no one is left behind.
There are indicators that we are tracking to make sure that each and every program, they must achieve it for us to reach that level. So if you go to Ministry of Education, we want to see the dropout rate going down. We want to see more children staying in school. The biggest challenge that we have seen that still has a big gap that is puzzling everyone is the youth unemployment. There is a very, very high youth unemployment every year.
Addressing the planners, Parliament's Director of Budget, Suleiman Kigundu, urged government entities to attach realistic costs to their gender and equity priorities instead of limiting them to policy statements without funding.
For example, in all the programs, votes and sectors, you don't merely say we have included gender and equity. You must show how much money has been put for that intervention. What is the indicator? And I also told them that the first thing is first identify what are the gender issues.
Kigundu further called on MDAs to identify the most pressing gender and equity challenges within their sectors and allocate adequate resources to address them.
Equity is about equal opportunities for every aspect. So I've told them that the interventions and the budget tagging could be directed targeting for those activities for men and women, then equalizing, mainstreaming. Like if you build a road, it must conform to all specifications such that the users, whether they are women, they are children, people with disability, all use the road.
Participants at the training also emphasized the need for government entities to generate and provide disaggregated data to support evidence-based planning, budgeting, and service delivery.
At times we end up using old data because we don't have data, up-to-date data, to inform our planning and budgeting. Household surveys, this is under the work of Ubc. That is always very, very informative, ladies and gentlemen, as you do the analysis of the gender and equity issues under your respective programs. They are very good reference points.
Rebecca Nantongo, Susan Nabgude, UBC News.
This is very important.
to do with tertiary scholarships. The Acting Minister of Education and Sports, Dr. John Chrysostom Mayengo, has cautioned stakeholders in the ministry against engaging in corruption and embezzling government funds, urging them instead to use the resources to deliver quality education services.
This academic year, under the 2026-2027 intake, more than 3,000 students in tertiary institutions are set to benefit from the Students' Loan Scheme through the 37th Joint Admissions Board selection. According to the Commissioner for Scholarships in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Haji Muzamiru Mkwatampola, over 35,000 students in tertiary institutions across the country applied for this year's loan scheme.
To take note of the prior stewardship contained therein and embrace the changes as they have all taken at improving the training of our human resource needs and to respond to the needs of the world of work.
This was during the opening of the 37th Joint Admissions Board selection for other tertiary institutions for the 2026-2027 academic year, held at the Institute of Information and Communication Technology in Nakawa. The Acting Minister for Education and Sports, Dr. J.C. Muyingo, presided over the opening and cautioned stakeholders in the ministry against corruption and the embezzlement of government funds, urging them to work tirelessly to deliver quality education services.
It is not only you, heads of the institutions, who are capable of managing and producing the skills it sets necessary theories or aspirations, as outlined in Vision 2040 and the National European Plan 4, as well as in a Manifesto 2026-1, among many others.
Dr. Muyingo pledged that government remains committed to educating Ugandans. He, however, encouraged parents to take advantage of the available education policies with emphasis on vocational skills development as a way of tackling unemployment.
Through these policy frameworks, we aim at creating an inclusive and equitable education system that empowers all the children, all the young people to reach their full potential.
Commissioner for Higher Education in charge of the Students' Loan Scheme said that while only 2,000 students benefited from the loan scheme in the previous academic year, the number has now increased to 3,000. He encouraged beneficiaries to repay the loans within the stipulated period to enable more students benefit from the program.
So currently we are supporting students who are doing diplomas, where most of the learners in your college is full, and the undergraduate degree programs. But the law is open that if you shoot at it, funds allowed, then we should also support pastors and probably get that program.
Now, still to do with the bit of education, the Minister for Science and Technology, Jonah Asimwe, has conducted a familiarization tour to Makerere School of Public Health and committed to support research and innovation. The school highlighted immediate needs to accelerate studies towards solving societal health challenges.
Among the immediate needs by the Makerere School of Public Health are laboratories to facilitate research experiments. The school wants the Minister of Science and Technology, Jonah Asimwe, to prioritize supportive interventions.
What we need to really move us forward is to ensure that we have very strong lab infrastructure. We want to expand our research in environmental health to understand exposures, whether it's in air, heavy metal, contamination in food, in several other whether it's air, food and others. So we want to do more research in that space so that we can better understand the shifting dynamics and epidemiology of disease.
At this familiarization tour at Makerere School of Public Health, Minister Asimwe identified starting points, boosting research and innovations.
When you look at the universities, they are the source of research and design.
if you don't know what the professors, doctors and researchers are doing, you may not get the right picture. And also, many of the years we have seen many people doing research for the purpose of publication, but not looking at how the research is going to transform the economy. And His Excellency has pointed out rightly that he wants to see the innovation bringing in money, what we call commercialization.
Innovations here from our teams, the Resilient Africa Network, the low-cost ventilator, which is now undergoing trials to see how well it works, and several other innovations that we have here. All these are also products that can make it to the market.
The familiarization tour marks the beginning of closer collaboration between Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation and the Makerere University School of Public Health, with both institutions expressing optimism that increased investment in research and innovation will contribute to improved healthcare outcomes and sustainable national development.
But it's much more than that.
MTN Mobile Money Uganda, in partnership with Next Travel, have launched Travel by Momo, a new digital platform aimed at making air travel booking easier and more accessible for Ugandans.
The platform allows customers to search, compare and pay for local and international flights directly from their mobile phones using MTN Momo. Users can view flight prices in Uganda shillings and complete bookings without the need for credit cards, addressing one of the key challenges faced by many travelers.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Speaking at the launch, MTN Momo Managing Director Fez Lubega said the innovation is designed to simplify the travel booking process by providing a trusted and convenient payment solution through mobile money.
We would like to calm every customer's anxiety, remove it, give you that peace of mind to be able to make your booking very easily with a lot of trust, knowing there's a trusted brand behind this in Momo, a brand that has served you for years. If there's any mistake, if there are any issues, the brand is here to stay with you.
MTN Momo Chief Product Officer Jemima Kariuki noted that the platform expands access to travel opportunities for millions of Ugandans who actively use mobile money services.
Whether you're traveling for business, education, leisure, or to visit family, booking a flight should be straightforward and convenient. Travel by Momo gives customers one place to search, compare, and book flights from their mobile phones.
According to Next Travel Managing Director Jonathan Martin Cheyo, the partnership combines local customer support with world-class travel technology to offer travelers great.
As we step into the world of business, Nile Breweries Limited has expanded its product portfolio, and for the first time in its decades of operation in Uganda, the alcohol manufacturing company is now venturing into the production of spirits. At the official launch of Choto Waraji, which marks the company's entity into the gin category, company officials led by Wangechi Gitahi say that the new product further strengthens its portfolio of brands trusted and enjoyed by Ugandan consumers.
We're going to give you a product that is unique, that no one can counterfeit, that is going to deliver on consistency of quality. So as Nile Breweries, we will always give you products that are unique, that are going to deliver on consumer needs. And today we have launched the first ever PET gin.
We want to give you a quality product that you can always count and rely on, because we have a legacy as Nile Breweries of delivering quality to Ugandans nationwide. So you can count on us on this product, and we will ensure that you have it at the right price and at the right time. Let's go, Uganda.
You don't have to wait to have a lot of money to enjoy, because as Nile Breweries, we are for everybody, every Ugandan, every consumer that wants to enjoy a drink, and we will never let you down. Shoto Waraji, we always will provide a strong start and a smooth finish.
We're tapping into that cultural essence of people coming together. It's similar to how we come together in beer, but you also come together to discuss, to make friends, and I believe that Chioto Waragi will give you that opportunity to elongate your conversations. You're coming together with friends and families and exchanging stories, exchanging pleasantries, exchanging stories of how you are doing in life over a nice Chioto Waragi.
Into the world of sports, Uganda has named a 16 squad for the 10th Football Cup due to take place in Arua, Malaysia. Arua Palace, Malaysia, from the 24th to the 30th of July 2026. Let's hear more in this report.
The championship will be held alongside the 26th Malaysian International Open and will feature top football nations including Kenya, Chinese Taipei, Hong Kong, Thailand, Singapore, and hosts Malaysia.
I assure all Ugandans, yes, all the years I've always been going as a player, but with the experience and exposure I have, the players I've gone with, they are very ready and capable to win.
The team was flagged off by the National Council of Sports Assistant General Secretary Milton Chebet at the Copper Chimney restaurant in Lugogo.
This is their 9th appearance at the World Cup, and previously they have won even medals, and so we are very proud of them. They represent the aspirations of the country, the hopes of many Ugandans.
The men's squad comprises Brian Gwaka, Daniel Apita, Thomas Kedi, Bridge Biamukama, Samson Rugongeza, Isaac Nabugere, David Kabugo, and Isaac Ariho.
Uphold discipline, integrity, humility, teamwork, and respect. Compete fairly. Obey the rules of the game, and let every stroke reflect the resilience and excellence of our nation. We are confident that you will raise the Ugandan flag even higher.
The women's contingent includes Denise Nanjeru, Christine Birunji, Novelin Babidie, Florence Mukoya, Mirembe Sanyu, Joan Mukova, Joyce Bagala, and Sarah Nagudu.
The team is ready to go and compete for the gold medal with experienced and upcoming players who are all determined to make sure that we bring back the success that we are going for back home.
Since it's my first time, I'm just nervous to be at the national level. Now, I'm sure that I'm going to give my best.
Uganda heads into the tournament with confidence after finishing runners-up at the past World Cup, and will be aiming to go one better by winning the title in Malaysia.
To the end of our lunchtime news. Thank you once again for allowing us into your lunchtime space. Now, before we sign out, we would want to leave you with the parliamentary committee, and of course business on ground right now is standard gauge railway officials appearing before the parliamentary committee on physical infrastructure. Well, bye-bye for now.